And we're back in the attic.
Yay! Hi, Danny Mon here in the attic with Dan Kimball. Say hi, Dan.
Hi.
Why are you looking at me strange? God.
I don't know. It's more fun that way. Phil's here with us.
Hello, everyone.
We have a special edition of. You want to call it that?
Yeah.
That's okay. I
The
don't want to
annual-
step on anyone's
Annual
toes
special edition here.
because I just found out we're not original by doing this.
No, we're not.
So
But enlighten the listeners on what this special is about.
we're doing our 2012 picks for movies.
Top 10 list.
Top 10 list picks. Whatever.
Yeah, picks.
Same.
Well, if you pick, then that could be completely arbitrary picks, like I pick this movie for 500 bob.
Really?
I don't know. That's a dumb joke.
Dumb jokes.
Yep. So you know what you're getting into with the dumb jokes on the Attic Podcast.
Phil, can you say something so the audience knows what your voice sounds like?
Yes, hello, everyone. I'd
All
say
right, that's enough. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, how are we starting? How are we doing this, Danny?
All right. Well, we're each going to go around, name our. Well, first we're going to start off with our honorable mentions.
So would we have to give our movie history background here? Like,
I
do we have to
guess-
say,
I guess
like,
you
why
could. Okay.
our-
Yeah. You could say your movie background.
You know,
What movies you saw this year?
why people should listen to us?
Yeah. Why?
Because I wouldn't.
You wouldn't listen to you, or you wouldn't listen to me on movies. We disagree on movies a lot.
Yeah, we
though.
do. Yeah.
Hey, the good thing about movies is anybody can love movies. All right.
Is that what that's a good thing is?
Yeah, they're universal.
well, yeah, but I mean, just because you love a movie doesn't mean that you're not wrong. So,
Shut
up.
He's calling out the good points here.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So we're gonna go around. We're gonna name our honorable mentions first, and also talk about what movies, the big movies we missed, because Golden Globes are out, so we sort of have an inkling for how the awards are gonna go this season. So we'll name maybe the big ones we missed.
Can we talk about your list, Danny, for a second?
We could talk about my list when we get to my list.
No, I
When
want to
you
get to
I'll
your
complain
colored
about-
pencil list.
Oh yes,
That's what I wanted to
my
get to.
blue colored pencil.
Yeah.
Very.
So
beat
he's
up
like some
list.
like
Scribbled like a child on a spare piece of paper.
yeah.
Yeah,
What
I
did you write? Did you guys
I got mine
yeah,
on my
his
phone.
is on his
Yeah.
phone. That's pretty good. I got mine on my laptop here, and then you scrounged up some piece of paper, and then you miraculously found a blue colored pencil.
I was looking for anything to write. Any writing
Anything?
utensil.
We think you're like one step away from cutting your finger.
Yeah, I was
You're
about
just
to use
gonna write it in
blood.
blood.
Yeah.
Is that what it
At
is?
least then it would be a good list.
I don't know
written in
one
blood.
on the audio, but I think we should also hit on your dapper sweatshirt.
Oh yes, my nice red sweatshirt that I got with my Doors new shirt.
I like
all
it.
new stuff.
I like the fur on the inside. I hope that's faux fur. Danny.
Yeah, it's
I hope
fake
it's
fur.
real.
No, it's fake Tommy Hilfiger.
It's fake.
fur.
It's not real.
Yep.
Hey,
you-
that's perfect though, because it's already red on the outside. So even if PETA threw blood on them,
That's
you really
true.
wouldn't notice it
yeah,
that much.
you'd be
Yeah,
all set.
There you go. Except I support PETA.
You do.
Keep fighting the good
So how
fight.
do you know that's not real?
Because it says on it.
You
right?
do realize that they're responsible for more terrorist acts on American soil than Al Qaeda is
Yes.
even close to, and you support those people?
Yeah,
Well, you suck then.
I like ELF too.
Let's throw you in Guantanamo.
What is ELF?
Earth Liberation Front.
They are literally terrorist organizations. They firebomb medical facilities because they test on animals.
ALF too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
This got too.
It's basically when the Greenpeace people go nuts.
We took a
Mm.
turn here
All right,
that I
yeah.
didn't expect to happen.
But last year it was on Best Documentary of the Year, If a Tree Falls in the Forest, which was about the formation of the
So-
radical environmental movement.
All right,
So-
Danny. Nice that we lost
Yeah.
every listener we
Oh,
had.
yeah. I'm
So let's
sorry.
just move along.
So take that in mind when you listen to my list. It's
Yeah.
going to be left-wing fascist
so
garbage.
wait, I wasn't listening. So we're each reading one, or
Yeah, we're going to each do one.
all right?
We're going to say why we picked it. All
I
right.
feel I'm just gonna put it out there. I feel like your guys' list is gonna be kind of similar.
I'm thinking it might be, but we'll see.
Yeah.
You know,
We'll say, yeah. We'll
So
see how
you
it ends
guys haven't talked at all about what's
No,
on.
No.
I do know
coming in the dark.
Lawless is on Danny somewhere because he gave it away.
No. You don't know yet.
All right, all right. We don't know.
But yeah, Kimball, I would say you're the more mainstream audience.
Yeah, because
member
like
here.
it was difficult for me to find actually 10.
Yes.
So I'm trying better. Next year I'm going to do better.
Yeah, and also you
Yeah,
you
I
were
failed.
going to see Argo.
I had
but
an
you
epic
missed out.
failure this weekend. I was literally considered doing a triple hitter.
Yeah. What were you gonna do? Jack Reacher, Argo.
and then Django.
Wow,
Yeah,
that would have
Yeah.
been
That would have
awesome.
been a good triple hit.
Yeah. Nah,
I did
yeah.
2 weeks ago. I did a double feature.
I feel like
That
I
was,
would have been nuts.
Anna Karenina and Silver Linings Playbook. So
I want to see that. Like I watched
Yeah.
the trailer for Silver Linings. I'm like,
it will definitely go wider.
I told her.
Yeah.
I was like, we definitely got to rent this when this comes out.
Yeah, or you could go see it when it goes wide.
It's not wide.
No,
Oh. Well, it was in like it was fucking in.
Denim.
It was in Patriot Place and stuff like that though.
Not Foxborough Patriot Place.
Yeah, Charlie
No.
saw it there.
No, he saw Dedham Patriot Place.
It's not Dedham.
I don't know.
Legacy
That's what I
Place.
don't know.
Yeah, at Dedham.
Oh, he saw it
It's
in Dedham.
Dedham, yeah.
Oh.
Legacy Place is in Dedham.
I know,
Dedham's
I know,
Foxborough.
but
What do you want from me?
Charlie said he saw it in Foxborough. I thought.
No,
No.
he went to Dedham for
Whatever. Charlie's
Believe
dead
me,
to
I
this
know.
podcast anyway, so
He did try to be on this episode.
it
But-
doesn't matter.
All right, so
Trying is not.
so let's
succeeding,
start
Danny.
with we're gonna do honorable mentions and 10 to start it off. So,
So I don't have any, so I'm just gonna chime in if I agree. I
and
guess.
also say you got any movies you missed? You missed a lot of movies
oh
this
yeah,
year.
yeah, because like I really want to see Argo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll just say when we say a list, you'll be like, I didn't see that movie, guys. Like, I
really
have
wanted
say.
to though.
Yeah.
That's how it's gonna go.
Okay. And yep. So no honorable mentions for you either.
No,
All right. So number 10, kick it off.
I got Paranorman for number 10.
All right. Well, why'd you pick Paranorman?
I liked it because it's the only anime one I got on there, and I feel like they deserve to be on the top 10 list.
All right.
I really enjoyed it.
I'll spoil something and say that movie is also on my list,
Oh no!
Oh.
but I'm not telling you when.
You're not telling us when.
No.
All right.
All right. That's a good choice, though. I support it.
Yeah,
I like it.
I liked it a lot.
Okay.
Is
All
it
right.
on your list, Phil?
It's honorable mention.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
It's honorable mention.
You suck. All right. Yep. So I'm gonna start off with the big movies I missed because Zero Dark 30 is technically this year, even though it doesn't go wide until January 11th. So the only people who would have saw it is people who lived in New York or LA. So screw those guys. So Zero Dark 30 is not on my list. I missed Beasts of the Southern Wilds. That's a lot of awards buzz. It's like post New Orleans Katrina devastation, right?
It's a fantasy.
I didn't see that. Life of Pi, I missed that. Went a little quick. That's kind of like the shipwreck one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna see it.
That did go quick.
Yeah, but I was gonna see it, and then I just missed out. And then Amore is like a Italian movie about an old person dying or something.
I don't know because
I think it's Italian
Michael
language. Haneke. Yeah,
He's German,
yeah,
but
I think
yeah,
it's in
not
Italian.
German. Yeah, so yeah, I don't exactly.
yeah. So that's off my list. And then Safety Not Guaranteed, which is like an indie movie where some guy puts an ad in the paper seeking someone for a time travel thing, and then people follow him around or whatever. So I didn't see that. That might have been on my list, but probably not. And then I'll go quickly through my honorable mentions. Wreck-It Ralph, which I thought was an amazing animated movie.
Wait, I didn't
Yeah,
want to see it, but I
entertaining.
wanted to.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. And then Lincoln.
Oh,
Surprisingly.
yeah, I really wanted to see that one.
Yep.
I was considered between Lincoln. I was gonna squeeze that in, but then it was like an hour and a half layover to that. Then I saw Django, and then I just didn't end up going at all.
Yeah, you didn't see any of them.
So, but I was gonna see it.
Yeah, Lincoln I liked a lot. It was a really good
Yeah.
dialogue-driven movie, but it's kind of it doesn't really wow me that much too.
Yeah, I was going to go into it thinking I wasn't gonna really be thrilled with it, but
Yeah.
I was gonna give it a try.
Well, I recommend seeing it. It's honorable.
It is. It's also on my honorable mentions. I'd say so. I'm with Danny. I mean, good movie, but I didn't think it was great or anything.
Yeah.
It really didn't blow me away.
Tommy Lee Jones is awesome.
It's pretty
in it, though.
long too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like 2:45.
What's up with every all these movies are long now? Django's 2:45, Hobbit's like fucking 2:39.
Yeah.
Wait, Miz is 3 or like 2:40. I think. it comes
No,
out to
2:30. The original cut was like 3. The director's cut is 3 hours, and then he cut it down to
That's not
2:40.
bad.
So yeah.
But like I don't I just don't understand why like everyone's pushing for like almost 3-hour movies now.
I feel like you want your money's worth when you go to the theater, though.
I feel like that's not why the 3
Yeah.
hours stand.
Yeah,
That's not at all why the 3.
yeah. No, people don't know how to cut.
People,
Like,
the movie prices are going up. We gotta make the movies longer.
yeah.
That's not why they're long.
Well, it's more the awards ones seem to be longer, or like
I guess
the ones with established fan bases that they know are gonna watch anything.
more fleshed out characters too, instead of just like,
Yeah.
look at these people
This
Yeah.
guy.
doing this thing.
Hey, this guy over here.
All right, and then for my third honorable mention, I'm gonna throw in Silver Linings Playbook, which I really wanted to be my top 10, but because the storyline is kind of it's not that original, but the acting on it is so amazing that I wanted to be on my top 10. But I
Really?
do recommend seeing it. It's a crowd pleasing type movie, so definitely, I would see it.
It's good for your lady friend too.
I'd
isn't
say
it?
also
if you got
honorable
a
mention for
lady
me.
friend.
I'd say I'm with Danny on those, and I'd also like to add one more thing. I thought the climax of the dance contest wasn't as great as it could have been. Like that's a weird climax to have in a movie.
Well, there's two things. There's a bet going on,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
there's
yeah.
a dance competition.
Yeah,
Joe.
What
and
are we
like
talking about?
Silver Linings.
Silver Linings Playbook, and like
Yeah.
it's a weird climax. Like I don't, it's odd.
Yeah, but,
Yeah,
and it does deal with like mental illness in an interesting way. It's kind of a little flippant and comedic with it, but it's still, it does have a couple good scenes that really showcase like mental disorders and how they affect people. And then one problem I did have though, it spoilers on it. All right, it ends happily with they find love or whatever, and I kind of felt like that shortchanged the problems they still have as people. It's like it kind of gives a feeling of like love solves everything when we know in real life they're still gonna struggle after it. But
Whoa.
it's
wait,
an uplifting
wait.
ending.
Love doesn't solve everything.
no, it doesn't. And not only
What
that,
is
but
love?
I'm going to take it a step further and say not only that, but then they rip apart A Farewell to Arms in the film for having a depressing ending, and they're like, "This sucks. Why should art shouldn't have depressing endings?" So like, and then they went and they like made theirs overly happy. So it's kind of like I don't like that. Like I don't agree with that.
Yep. All right, and then so I'm gonna also here's my top 10 list, which I cheated on. So there's a tie for the 10th position is Dread 3D and Chronicle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Chronicle was actually higher in my list earlier, but I bumped it down for some other movies that I saw. I thought Chronicle, mostly I really loved it because I didn't expect anything from it. And there was like an amazing like found footage movie that doesn't suck with the found footage. And I thought the flying special effects on it were great. Like some of the best flying, I thought. Nick hates me because I pump up the flying too much, but I thought it was really just amazingly shot. And like it nails the characters. Like you care about the characters, even though this one character pretty much goes nuts, but you care about him so much and you want him to like succeed. And it's about like he's a loner and then he kind of, makes friends and then bad stuff happens and then he pretty much goes nuts. But that was definitely that, like on the list, like in this tie, Chronicle would probably be ahead of Dread. But I love Dread so much and it was so underappreciated. I needed Dread to be on the list because Dread is just pure amazing action movie that so nails the comic character, which I just bought a collection of Judge Dredd stories that like pretty much show like how closely they tried to get with Dread and just how awesome it is. So that's my 10s.
That's your tens.
Yeah.
That's his 10.
Did you see Dread, Dan?
I did. Dread is in fact on my list,
All right.
and as well as Chronicle.
All right, so I guess I'm doing my disclosures. I haven't seen Zero Dark 30 yet. I haven't seen Life of Pi. I haven't seen Anna Karenina.
I actually like that.
Yeah, I'd say I haven't seen that. And then, I don't know. I think that's it. If there's anything else that I haven't seen that I feel is important, I'll bring
But
it.
were you planning on seeing those, Phil?
I plan on seeing
All
those.
right.
I just haven't got a chance yet.
That's good to know.
I'd say. And then for my honorable mentions, we got Silver Linings Playbook, which I already talked about, Lincoln. I wanted Lawless to be on my list, but I couldn't make it fit.
So that's an honorable.
Yeah, that's an honorable mention.
Yeah, I
And-
really liked Lawless.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. It kind of fits into the Lincoln category where it doesn't wow me, but it's still a really good like crime
Yeah,
movie.
exactly. And I think that's it. So I guess I'll start with number 10. And my film is called Compliance.
Oh wow, I've heard a lot about this movie
Yes,
on lists.
we're going Compliance.
Okay.
So it didn't get a wide release. If you didn't hear about it, it's based off a true story about this guy who calls this random McDonald's and asks the manager to detain one of her employees and strip search her because she
And he's
stole
pretending to
stuff.
be
And he's pretending to be a police officer.
Yeah.
And it's just about what happened in this situation and how people react to it. And it's really excellent.
Wait, did he actually go through with it?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, this goes on for a while.
Is this a true story?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's really interesting, really good psychological movie. Like the whole thing just takes place in a McDonald's as this is happening.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes McDonald's look really bad.
It
Well,
makes
it's not
them look
McDonald's. They called it something else in the movie.
Yeah, but in
It's
real life
pretty
it
much
was McDonald's and they lost like a $5 million suit because of this.
McDonald's did?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the lawsuit?
That they knew this was going on. This guy was calling other restaurants, and they failed to make their employees aware of the situation. So when this happened,
Seriously?
yeah, seriously.
Why wouldn't they let the employees know about it?
have
Hey,
no
this fucking
idea.
psycho guy pretending to be a cop's gonna call you.
Yeah.
Don't listen.
So yeah, you think that is
That's
something
not
they
really.
should
You
do.
just shoot an email out. You know, that's not that hard.
I've heard a lot of real divisive things about this movie.
Yeah.
Like when it was shown at Sundance, like some people got right up and walked, and other people stayed to the end to talk to the director and just like heckle him and call him just bad things and stuff.
Yeah,
So I'm surprised this is on your list.
I'm telling you, I really like it. The acting is phenomenal. It's Ann Dowd plays the manager of the McDonald's, and that girl on Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23, who's not Kristen Ritter, the other one,
Which one's
Walker.
Kristen Ritter, the blonde or the
No,
black haired?
The black hair is Kristen Ritter.
Okay.
The blonde hair is whoever this girl is.
Okay,
Walker,
alright.
whatever. She's in this.
I hate
and
that
she's
show,
really
though.
good. I haven't even seen it, but I,
I saw
she's on it.
the first episode of that.
So did you see this in New York?
I saw it legally in my house.
Oh, all right. I think I get what you mean.
I believe it went VOD.
Sure, I
Because
think it is.
I'd say because
video
I got a
on demand,
really good copy like as soon as it came out, so I
Yeah.
believe it was VOD.
All right.
I'd say, but yeah,
Wow, that's a surprising pick, though.
Yeah,
Actually,
so-
I want to see it now.
I'm telling you, it's good. I can.
I didn't really want to
Why
see
don't
it.
you email me your list, Danny? Don't try doing that.
I wasn't too high on seeing this movie, but now it's on your top 10. I might actually
Yeah, I
see
would like to see it. We'll see it at home too, maybe.
it. Yeah.
yes.
Yes. At home.
At home. All right. So I guess we'll go to my number 9.
Yeah.
I put down The Hobbit.
Oh.
Ooh.
Nice.
So like one of you guys' biggest complaints was the 3D. I mean, not the 3D.
Well, I saw it
The,
regular D.
the CG in it.
Yeah.
And I saw it in 3D, and I think it's
Looks better?
It's harder to notice it as
Oh, really?
much. Yeah. I don't know if it's just because it's darker, and I mean the 3D effect in it's not that great.
Yeah.
Very few things use it. Like Dragon did a couple parts and some
Yeah.
like a fucking tree branch or whatever. But it was like it wasn't great. But I just think it was a lot harder to determine what was CG and not CG through 3D.
All right. I can believe that happening.
So and plus too, like you guys all saw it. I saw it in the Lux, which I thought that was the better way of seeing it.
better seats, too.
Better
yeah,
seats. I
comfortable.
was very relaxed. I got we got a little food in there, so it didn't feel long to me at all. I think that's just because I was up there. I think if I
Yeah.
was downstairs, I would have been.
I mean, on the whole, I don't have a problem with it going as long as it did. I just thought a couple scenes went longer than they needed to
I
be.
never had that happen at all.
All right.
I did fuck up a little bit though, because we got there early and we ordered food right away.
Yeah.
I wish I waited because
Oh, yeah.
the whole monologue thing at the beginning.
Oh, you did? Did you like the beginning? Did you think it started really too slow, or did you like
The
pace?
monologue thing, or after that?
After that?
It seemed fine.
Yeah, because the prologue thing is okay. It's interesting.
Yeah. No, it seemed fine to me.
Yeah.
Like when they're in Bilbo's.
Yeah, it's pretty
Cab.
much a dinner party.
Yeah.
And like, what do you think of the songs too?
I liked it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like
I
I thought
liked
they
it.
did a really good job
Yeah,
of like
I liked that.
capturing the.
Did you hear? I heard it on a different podcast that Bilbo's thing is actually in New Zealand and you can stay in it.
Yeah. Yep. They rebuilt it for the Hobbit.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah,
I want
but
to
guess
live in
they're gonna,
Hobbiton.
But they're gonna leave it there. It seems way bigger in the Hobbit than it did in Lord of the Rings.
I think it is because they made more sets probably because you don't see a lot of it in the Lord of the Rings.
You kind of, but
Yeah.
I think maybe because they had all the dwarfs in there as
Yeah.
well. So it's like, we're gonna make this a little bigger.
They're also not actual dwarfs. They're
Yeah,
like 6 foot tall
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's good.
So
That's on
that's
your
why-
list.
yeah. So that's why.
Yeah, The
Then I-
Hobbit spoiler
Most-
isn't on my list.
Mostly because I got the badass glasses.
Yeah, the 3D glasses in a pouch too.
Yeah, I lost the pouch and I went finding it. Danny's gonna wear them later.
I still can't believe that. That's awesome.
What?
Those glasses.
You like them? I might keep them and just bring them for the next 3D movie.
Just walk it. Hey, let me pull out my 3D glasses.
No, I'm all
here."
set, guys. I got my own.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm sure that you can buy like designer fucking 3D glasses. For,
Oh yeah.
probably
like-
now. Well, you can get the ones you have to plug in for TVs now.
Can you
Whatever.
use that there? Because
No, probably not. Yeah.
I don't think you can. Because I know the TV communicates to some of them, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it changes the pitch of the 3D depending on your angle to the TV you're at. The way I understand it. All right,
I don't.
that's TV talk. Moving on.
All right, so
Come on, Danny. There
you
better
ready
be
for
only
this?
one.
Yeah.
All right.
Here comes Danny's nines.
I will lie. This one is also a tie.
Oh my
come
God.
on.
It's the last time. The
All right,
last
the
time.
last
What is
one.
he doing?
This is the last time.
I'm
gonna
surprised
do.
we didn't get any a three-way.
well,
Three-way.
I could have done a three-way.
Menage.
All right, number 9 is
Yeah, Menage.
Moonrise Kingdom,
Moonrise.
tied with Django Unchained.
Really?
Oh.
Yep. So Moonrise Kingdom, I thought was really funny. And it's about like a kid running away and stuff. And this is another movie where it's problem people connecting, but this one does it a lot more comedic way, and it's also like the kid. Everything's heightened in the movie, which is kind of brings a funny air to it, where it's kind of a serious issue, like a kid going through foster homes and whatever. But also the acting is really great too. Ed Norton's hilarious. Bruce Willis. I mean,
Jason Schwartzman has an awesome cameo.
yeah.
Is that on
running the
DVD
camp.
yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Is it on Netflix?
It might be.
I don't know if it's on InstaWatch or not.
Yeah.
I haven't looked for it, honestly.
But yeah, so I really like Moonrise Kingdom. It need to be on the list. Otherwise, my list will just you'll find out. I think is a little too mainstream. So I wanted to put Moonrise.
Oh.
But then Django I put there too because I mean it's a Western, Tarantino, great action, just really well written, and it's just so enjoyable. But I do think Django sort of has an extra act, third act that I don't really think's completely necessary. It's sort of necessary because it sort of explains why slaves don't rise up, because even if they fought violently and bloody, they'd probably lose in the end. But since it's a movie, your hero has to win at the end. So that's why they kind of have the extra third act, I think. But so yeah, I really like Django Unchained too. So that's my tie. The last tie I have on the list. All right.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. So then my number 9 is a documentary recently came out called Searching for Sugar Man.
Oh wait, well, see, this kid's coming up with the.
I'd say I'm trying to go a little off the border. Anyway, highly recommend this movie. Excellent.
Am I playing sound here? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm like, what's going on?
I didn't know I was.
Oh yeah, you got headphones
Yeah.
on too.
All right. Sorry about that.
All right.
Sorry, my laptop was playing
Chasing the
sound.
Sugar Man.
Okay.
I could faintly hear it. I'm like, what is that? Sorry.
All right. So now we're fixed. We're good to go.
Yes,
Yeah.
I said it.
All right. So Searching for Sugar Man.
Okay.
It's about this musician named Rodriguez who released a couple CDs in the United States and then completely disappeared. The rumor was that he set himself on fire on stage at the end of a show one night. Played a last song, doused himself in kerosene, set himself on fire.
And this is a true story, right?
True story. And it's about two fans looking to confirm that story to see if it was true, if he did kill himself, or if that story is not true, to see what he was doing now, what he was up to. And I'm not going to say whether he's alive or not, but
Okay.
it's excellent.
Do you find out if he's alive?
You
or
do
not?
find out. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
it's like definitive,
Okay.
But it's excellent. I highly recommend it. And this guy's a really great musician. Like, his songs are awesome, and I just never heard
Is
of
it
him.
rock music? Or-
Yeah, it's kind of rock, kind of like folk music. Like,
Okay.
it's a lot of like the people like uprising. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's really good music. So that was an added bonus.
Now, did you see this in New York?
This I did see in New York,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Like, I saw it in the Spectrum in Albany.
The Spectrum?
Yeah.
Good theater?
Independent. theaters.
Independent theater. It gets all the independent movies.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's nice. I'd say it makes it a lot easier for me.
Okay.
That's what we need around here.
Yeah.
See, Phil's here to get all the. the
Apparently.
ones
I
everyone's
thought that's
gonna
what
miss.
you're here for, Danny.
No,
but I guess not.
dude. As much as I want to be a hipster and be like, oh, see these non-mainstream movies, I like mainstream movies.
You
a lot,
are.
too.
You're a hipster, Danny.
But I
And
also
look at that sweater.
yeah, I know, the sweater and the Doors shirt. All hipsters wear
Yeah.
Doors. All right.
I thought that's why you're here. All right, hold on. Let me get back to mine.
Yeah.
So number 8, I have Amazing Spider-Man.
That's a good one. I liked it.
I mean, the villain wasn't that great, but overall the movie was pretty good, I thought.
Yeah.
I really, even though they redid the whole hashing the background again on it,
Yeah.
I still liked it, and I'm excited for the next one.
My favorite part about the movie was the Gwen and Peter relationship. I
Yeah.
thought that was best. Especially from the director of 500 Days of Summer, so you got to know he's going to nail relationship stuff.
Yeah,
Without a doubt.
without a doubt.
All right, so my non-tying answer here is number 8, Les Miserables.
Les Miserables.
Les
May
Miserables.
Roble.
Rob
Isn't that how it's? I'm
yes.
not very bad
Les
at pronouncing
Mis
stuff
for
but
short.
yeah.
All right, so This is a musical, completely musical. There's been numerous other
adaptations
of this, but I've never seen them, so I went in this fresh, and I was just blown away by just the epic scope of it, and the songs are all sung live on the set, which really sets it apart. I mean, because people are actually like acting as they're singing. Like Anne Hathaway has this one scene that bring tears to your eyes almost.
So she's really a good singer then?
Yeah, she's actually
she's a good voice.
Yeah. And
So is her album dropping next year then?
yeah, maybe.
Probably.
But like Hugh Jackman's also in it, and he's a pretty good singing voice too. Russell Crowe, not the best singing voice, but it fits his character, and he does a pretty good job with it.
Yeah, I can't imagine he'd be really good.
He has that band 30 Odd Foot of Grunts that he sings for, and they're horrendous.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really bad.
I don't know. I haven't heard him in this, but his voice is pretty bad in the band.
No, but so I've been singing, like I saw
You know
it
what I found
yesterday.
out? Sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I found out interesting is Bruce Willis has a band.
I did
Oh,
know
he
that.
does have a band.
Yeah.
Wasn't he?
I
don't remember. I heard it.
It's
I
a
heard
rock band.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Yep.
All right, sorry. Go ahead, Dave.
But yeah, so I mean, it's 2.5 hours, whatever, and you know, it does get a little push it with like, because there's not just like songs, like everything people do is in singing. So when they're like talking to one another, they're singing. But there's some really good like duets and stuff, and there's like just great songs and stuff. And like when I saw this, I was like, if the Occupy Wall Street people sang one of the songs in this where it's like, can't you hear the voices singing, or whatever, can't you hear the people singing songs of angry men, and it like you just want to join a revolution as you're listening to it. Like it's so exciting and whatever. All the revolutionists pretty much die at the end, but it's
Spoiler?
still, yeah, spoiler for a 200-year-old book, and then like a 40-year-old
I didn't
musical
know
or
everyone
whatever.
died.
40?
Not everyone.
30?
40,
1980.
30,
He
80,
said
whatever.
everyone died, didn't he?
I'd say,
But-
yeah, but it's a real event anyway. So I mean,
Yeah,
it's not really
well, yeah,
spoiler
that
for
too.
history.
Yeah, but I was just like blown away by how awesome it was. Like I thought it was really good. So
It's glad to hear it, Danny.
yeah,
Glad you enjoyed it.
It's my music.
You and Nikki.
yeah,
went to a musical
Yeah,
together.
yeah, we went together.
Fucking
A lot of
holding
it was
hands.
actually it was a full crowd too.
Do you guys dancing?
No, there's not. It's not really a dancing musical.
went
It's
cheering?
very. People clapped at the end of it, so
Oh,
I guess the
God.
crowd liked it.
What's a have you? You always go to
It's
the
old
movies that
people.
clap.
I go to the old people movies. So what can I
Always.
say?
Old people love to clap.
Yeah, I saw the artist. No one clapped in that because it's only me and like 5 other old people who talked during it. Those people sucked.
I'm probably confused.
But I actually was surprised how much I liked Les Mis.
Hmm.
Yep. So that's my number 8.
Would you recommend it for the layman?
Yes, I would.
All right.
I think it has enough for everyone. You know,
Wow.
there's violence and people fighting revolution, and then there's a love story for the women, and then there's a tale of redemption and violence. Oh, and one spoiler on this: Russell Crowe has a really brutal death in this. Like, it's pretty brutal what happens in this. No spoiler. That's a spoiler, sort of. But I won't spoil how it happens,
I'm
though.
gonna
He does
go-
have a nice soliloquy before.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a great soliloquy
Yeah,
where
it's good. I
like,
like that.
he's like the bad guy who's chasing John. What is
Jean
it?
Valjean.
John Valjean, who's like he's like a prisoner who violated his parole, and this guy's chasing him, and you hate him. But this kind of like explains his backstory, and you kind of empathize with him a little bit, even though he's still a jerk throughout the whole movie. But it's a good way of empathizing the bad guy.
I'm gonna Google it. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so now my number 8. We already went over this a little bit, so I won't go too in depth, but it is Chronicle.
All right,
I'd
that's
say
good.
yes. I have Chronicle at number 8. Like Danny said, acting's great, special effects were great. Michael Jordan is in this, not that Michael Jordan.
Michael
but
B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan, the kid from The Wire, and he was Vince on Friday Night Lights the last 2 seasons. He's a really good actor. I really like him. And the kid who played Andrew, the guy who Danny was talking about who goes crazy. Excellent job. I was really impressed by him.
He's gonna
So-
be Harry Osborn in Amazing Spider-Man 2.
and he's going to be good.
Wait, how was the flying?
The flying was great. And spoiler, the end where we'll say it involves a long pole.
Yeah,
it was
a trident.
a long
Or
trident,
thing.
yeah.
No, it's not a trident. It's like a javelin. Almost.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty funny.
So
I would
Paul,
say it's
Paul would have covered it though, Dan.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
All right. Way to be fucking nitpicky over
I'm
there.
sorry. I'll apologize.
It's fine. All right. So my number 7 is Lawless.
Good movie.
I really
Good-
enjoyed it.
good
I like
movie.
that era. of the moonshine, moon running. I like those type of movies.
Bootlegging.
Bootlegging.
Yeah.
Yep. Especially because it's like it brings that's the beginning of NASCAR, and that means a little bit something to me. And I just like the old.
There was a car part in it. What?
Yeah,
Did
there was
they,
a couple-
mess up with the
yeah.
engine.
Yep. There was a couple car parts in it. They ran a gas station, so I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I like that type of error, the bootlegging and stuff.
And Shia LaBeouf was good.
He was
in it,
good.
too.
Yeah. I don't think he's a terrible actor.
I don't either.
I mean, I think he gets bad roles sometimes.
Yeah. Like Eagle Eye and
Even Stevens.
Even Stevens. He'll still be Even Stevens to me.
Battle of Shaker Heights, he's good in. It's kind of an
I didn't
obscure
see that.
one.
You
It's-
didn't
it's,
like
It's
Eagle Eye?
old, but he's good in it.
No.
That's the one Bruce Willis is in that too, right?
Eagle Eye?
Yeah.
No, I don't
Billy
think so.
Bob.
Who is?
Billy
Billy
Bob?
Bob.
Thornton?
Thornton.
I thought I saw that.
Bad Santa guy.
Yeah, I know who Billy Bob is.
I'd say Bruce Willis. What was Bruce Willis in with Shia LaBeouf?
It was in that was the Die Hard, wasn't it?
With Free or Die Hard?
Was he in that one?
I thought so.
I don't know.
I'll look it up.
He might have been.
Oh,
I
well.
don't know.
All right, so my number 7 is Argo, which almost didn't make my list, but when I thought about it, like it is a basic like not an action thriller, but it's a thriller about the hostages escaping from Iran. But like it's so tense, and even though you know how it ends, like it does such a great job of just building tension throughout the movie that I really liked it. And there's some really great like humor spread out throughout it, so it relieves the tension with the humor. And then it's just it's a really interesting story too. So that's why number 7 for me is Argo.
All right.
Oddly enough, number 7 for me is also Argo.
Wait, guys, seriously? Because I didn't have it as number 7.
you didn't see it, so
Disappointed, Kimball, I'd say. But yeah, I agree with everything Danny said. Really tense. I mean, I've never been yelling at someone to pick up a phone as much as I was just let them by, get the phone. But yeah, really great besides that. And I guess that's it. I feel like the riot at the beginning when they invade the embassy.
Oh, yeah, that's
excellent.
really good,
That's
too.
a really good sequence.
and they do a good job of setting up the history too of
Yeah.
why Iran hates us pretty much.
yeah. So really good.
Yeah.
Could have done with less shirtless Ben Affleck though. Like there was that
When was
really
he shirtless?
there was that ridiculous scene when he's in his hotel room like staring at his abs.
when
that
he's
was-
like drinking
Yeah,
before the
like,
mission.
Come on, what are you
Yeah.
doing, Ben?
Shia LaBeouf never worked with Bruce.
No.
All right, just chime in though.
All right. So,
So-
number 6, Kimmel.
Number 6, I got Chronicle.
All right.
All right.
It's in that position just based upon the flying and the trident at the end there.
Javelin or what? Pole? Whatever,
We could go with the
call it.
pole if we really wanted to nitpick.
Yeah.
But no, I liked it for. I was going into it very nervous because a lot of the found footage I don't particularly care for.
Yeah, I pretty much
think-
hate it.
But just because of their ability in the movie is what made it good. Because
Yeah.
they could float the camera out there.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that wasn't in there, I don't think it would be as good as a movie as what it was.
Yeah. And the dad in that movie is just awful.
Yeah,
Oh man, that guy's a
Awfully
dick.
good. Awfully bad good. You know?
yeah.
I like that guy. I'd say
Alcoholic.
he was in the remake of Dawn of the Dead, and then he like disappeared until I saw him in Chronicle. I'd say, but I like him.
I like him. All right.
All right. So my number 6 is one we've already seen tonight already. Paranorman. Which,
Oh, wow. Number 6, huh?
Yeah,
Wow.
I love animated movies, and this is one of the most beautifully shot stop motion films I've ever seen. It's so just like what they designed in this is just amazing what they did with it because it's so intricate everything that happens, and it's really funny. It talks about like horror movies and so well, like it's like almost like a meta commentary on horror movies too, which is really good, and it's just so funny. And they also that one scene, there's a scene at the end with him and the ghost, and he meets the ghost of the girl, and it's super touching. Like it's up quality of just tear jerking in there.
Did you cry, Danny?
No, I didn't.
You don't have to be ashamed.
Nick said I cried in Les Mis, but
We're all
Did
here.
you cry? Did you cry? And I dreamed a dream.
no.
We're all
No,
here
it
with
was
friends,
something
Danny.
else.
So
I forget what it was.
I know he's trying to hide it. Just tell us, Danny.
I don't know which
We're-
one it was.
We're all here with friends.
I'm
Danny.
I'm on the verge of tears halfway through all of Les Mis, man. It's very touching.
Oh.
All right, but that Paranorman.
You gonna bring a handkerchief next time?
I will have to.
When you
next
watch
time I see
the
it.
director's cut Blu-ray,
Yeah.
you're gonna be fucking need a whole
I
box
hope
of
they do
Kleenex.
the director's cut.
Tom
But
Hooper.
yeah, but yeah, Paranorman's really good.
I liked it.
It underrated too. It didn't do that well at the box office, but I'm just so amazed at how good. Like, it's a good story too, but just the quality of the animation's amazing.
Casey Affleck deserves a mention for that movie too.
He's funny in that.
He's really funny.
Who's Casey Affleck?
The dumb jock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who turns out to be gay, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, he was good. He was really good.
He's got a funny line at the end.
Yeah, he does.
Yep.
All right. So my number 6 is the return of James Bond in Skyfall.
Oh.
Good
Which
pick.
I loved Skyfall. I can't say enough good things about this movie. I saw it twice in like a 3-day span. It was phenomenal. Javier Bardem killed it for me. Like he just
he's
made
amazing.
that movie. Like I would watch it 4 more times just for him.
Yep. Well, you can get the Blu-ray with 2 different commentary tracks on it.
I probably will do that.
Wow,
Just
really?
saying, just pimping that.
Thanks, Danny.
Yep.
Thanks for pimping the commentary tracks. So, is that it? All right.
Yep.
My number 5 is The Bourne Legacy.
Ooh.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
A little surprising, but yeah.
Yeah, probably could have been a little lower, but because I didn't like it as much as the other Bournes,
Well, those ones I think are just great.
but I did think it was a very good movie. You know.
All right. Well, my number 5 is Looper, starring Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and speaking of Bruce Willis is in it.
Yeah.
Like I love this movie. Like they do so much with such a limited budget that's really interesting, and like it's one of the best like time travel scripts we've done in since probably, I don't know, Back to the Future or something. Like it's really well. There's that other
Primer.
movie, Primer.
Yeah,
that
Danny
I
and I
haven't
talked
seen.
about Primer.
But Looper is just, it's such a unique original movie, and then like how it has like people have like what's that, pyrokinesis, not pyrokinesis, telekinesis. They have telekinesis, and they kind of introduce it in a throwaway bit that kind of builds towards the end. So what feels like a throwaway bit actually becomes a big part of the end, and how it just deals with, you know, how your younger self views probably how old people view you. Like it has a real interesting commentary on like age and how it changes you and stuff. And there's a love story involved too. Tear-jerking. No, it doesn't really tear-jerk.
Would you cry on that one too?
No,
Dan?
I didn't cry
Jesus
for that one.
Fucking
God.
Christ.
All he does is cry in these
Yeah.
fucking movies.
Looper's good though.
It's okay. It's okay to be a little sensitive, Danny. It's okay.
I completely disagree with everything you said about Looper.
Okay.
Just kidding. It's also my number 5
Okay.
for the second time tonight.
Seriously?
Yes,
We didn't plan
no
this.
joke.
Wow. Wow.
Also, everything Danny said's correct. Emily Blunt was amazing.
Yeah.
I thought she was great as the mother. I thought the kid was really good.
Yeah.
That kid was really good.
Yeah.
He was scary.
Very
Yeah.
well behaved.
Yeah. And besides that, credit to Ryan Johnson. Awesome director. Just really great. He does Breaking Bad episodes too. And
Yep.
he's just really, really good. Oddly enough, I really just think of the scene in the diner, just of him and Bruce Willis just sitting there talking. And
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's awesome. It's not
Oh, and how they
loved it.
explain the time travel
Yeah.
is so great. It's just like, we could talk about this for days and days, but you know, it'll just give us a headache. So
Yeah.
let's go on with the story.
Whereas, and like Danny was saying, the last great time travel movie was Primer, which goes to the opposite extreme. And the guy who wrote it has a degree in physics, and he was a former engineer, and he goes into like the really dense, complicated parts of time travel. So, I mean, it's nice to see that, but I actually prefer the way Looper does it because it's just too much details the other way. You can't think about that when you're trying to watch a movie.
All right.
Makes me want to see Primer though.
I will also give you that.
Yeah, I guess see that.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, wow.
Phil just hooks us up with movies.
I guess so.
apparently.
I guess so. So, my number 4 is Dread 3D.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. I really, it was a great action flick. The slow motion in it was unbelievable in 3D.
I forgot to mention that.
Yeah,
one.
it was so good. And the 3D effect in it was unbelievable.
It's probably the first time 3D has actually been used to such great.
Yeah, I mean
Quality.
that like if they did that in every movie, I would be totally fine seeing it in 3D. Take note, Hobbit number 2. No. But like, I just don't understand. Like, I feel like they just shoot in 3D just to do it, not actually for any purpose.
Yeah.
And I feel like that had a purpose in that movie. And then the drug just slowing down the world and everything. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
It's a shame. I mean, like you said, it was underrated.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like it did what it do. 30 million overall. It's a $50 million movie, but it did like 13 million US, 17 million overseas.
That's bad.
That's really bad.
But DVD's coming out soon, so everybody buy it. Maybe
Yep.
we'll get a sequel.
I'm gonna order a Blu-ray right now.
Yeah,
Amazon.
I'm getting the Blu-ray too. Yeah. All right, so
I was lying.
okay, fine, but I am getting the Blu-ray.
I
too.
know you are.
Yeah. All right, so my number 4 is Seven Psychopaths.
Oh, yeah?
Which is all-star cast. Just is so funny. It's one of the
Wait,
funniest
you
movies
just
I've
picked
ever
that
seen.
because Shelby's in it.
Oh yeah, the what kind of dog is it?
Lopso.
Lopso.
With
What's my number 4, Kimball?
Seven Psychopaths.
Oh, we
That's
didn't.
the
we
third
did,
time we have
We
done
didn't
that.
do this for the list, man.
You
Oh
guys are
my
scary.
God.
I was looking for number 7, so that's
Oh,
why
yeah.
I was like paused
No.
because like
What is this?
dyslexia kicked in there.
No, but it's just so amazingly written, acted. Everything about it is just amazing.
You guys
It's
say your
hilarious.
first next two. No, don't do
Yeah.
it.
But I think it's one of the funniest movies of the year.
Really?
Seven
Is that
Psychopaths.
funny?
Yeah.
Oh, I lost my peak.
Yeah, I thought it was the funniest movie of the year. Honestly, I was laughing my ass off, like from start to finish. Sam Rockwell was phenomenal, and it's a shame that he can't get the never nominated for an Oscar for that because he
Yeah.
just killed it.
But this is also a year where we had 21 Jump Street and Ted, which were two very good comedies too. So the fact
I saw 21 Jump Street. And,
I saw it just recently. I got it for Christmas.
oh, did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was pretty funny.
It was funny, but like it was like,
Yeah.
it's like stupid funny.
I'd say I really like 21 Jump Street.
You
Ted's the one I'm kind of iffy on. Like I thought Ted was okay.
I wanted to
but
see Ted. I never got around to it.
Yeah, like it was funny, but that was it. I didn't think it was really that
Yeah.
funny.
All right. Well, that's we go through it so quick because me and Phil just keep picking the same ones.
I know. You guys
know,
got to
what the
stop
hell?
doing that.
All right, hopefully I'm worried because I think we're gonna have 2 of the top 3 the same.
Yeah, probably.
I think we are.
All right.
All right. Well, I got Batman Rises.
Dark Knight Rises.
Yep.
Say the proper title.
Sorry,
man.
excuse me. I abbreviated. I didn't want
Alright.
to put Dark Knight in there. So I liked it a lot. I mean, it's not as good as 2.
I
but
agree.
for we can't go back. So this is for 2012.
Yeah.
So I did enjoy it a lot. I thought Bane was pretty good. I thought it
Yeah.
was really good. Catwoman was okay. The gadgets were cool.
Yeah, there's a
gadgets are
couple
cool.
cool
Yeah.
gadgets.
Oh, that's it.
All right. Well, I'll talk about Dark Knight soon. But
Oh,
you might be surprised how I'm talking about it.
Is it number 1?
No, you'll find out.
All right.
Find out later. All right.
Give it
number,
away. It's
number
number 2,
3 is Cabin in the Woods, which we've already talked about a
Ah.
bunch on the podcast. But I don't know. Maybe this might be even funnier than Seven Psychopaths. I don't know. This is like the ultimate horror movie. There will never be a horror movie to equal this horror movie, even though it's not really scary, but how it deconstructs the horror genre and all the creatures in it it's just amazing.
So Phil didn't chime in, so I'm assuming it's not your next one.
It is my number 3.
Is it?
It is my number 3.
That's
yeah.
4 in a
See,
row,
That's
man.
4. I'd say everything Danny said. The only thing that I will say about this is I loved it because I absolutely love horror films. I watch a ton of them. If you don't, you might not appreciate it in the same way.
Well, I haven't been a big horror movie fan, but recently I've sort of gone more into the genre, and I've actually found a way of liking it.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty awesome. And I'd say this movie stands alone on itself is awesome anyway. But just like the third act, there's a lot of like nod, wink, winks to other horror films. So if like you don't watch a lot of horror
But
films,
even
might
if
not
you
get
don't do it, let me give something away. A unicorn stabs someone in the guts in this movie. All right, when that happened, I lost it. I thought it was just amazing when that happened.
See, I have Cabin in My Woods. Am I disappointed?
Oh,
You're giving that away too much, man.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna yell about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've already talked about it on the podcast a little bit.
We have.
We got to give Franz what's his name props too from Marty the Stoner.
The
Stoner.
which one? Oh, the
Franz,
stoner
whatever his
in it?
name is. Yeah,
He's
Yeah,
pretty funny
good.
in it.
He's good.
Yeah, he was good though.
Yeah.
I liked him.
Yeah.
I like the 2 control operators. So
Yeah,
Yes.
that's my favorite part of the
yeah,
the
those
movie.
guys are good. But
Yeah.
but other than that, you guys all hyped it up so much. Like everyone,
That might have been it. too.
everyone you guys hyped it up, and like so I went into it with like a big act, and I was like, oh, and then the crowd I saw it with was just a bunch of Debbie Downers. So that probably didn't help my situation either, because like Jimbo walked out, my mom's like 15 minutes in was flicking through magazines.
It does start a little slow. I'll give you that.
Kristen has her cell phone out, and I was like, I'm like, I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
like, this movie sucks.
You know, you kind of gotta. The beginning isn't great, You kind of got to get through it, but the payoff is just so amazing.
I just thought it was stupid.
Yeah. All right.
With
Well,
just I mean, I know we talked about this before. I just the ant, the creatures coming out. I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's funny in its own way, but that just doesn't make me laugh. I guess.
all right. And so much blood.
Someone,
Like-
a unicorn stabbing someone doesn't make me laugh.
That makes me
There is
laugh
a ton
uproariously.
of blood.
yeah,
Yeah, I laughed
It's like
a
a
lot.
ridiculous amount.
I laughed a lot.
There's so many different creatures too.
Yeah.
It's kind of amazing. But
So,
All
all right, my number 2, I have Skyfall.
okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I've been doing this with Phil, but my number 2 is also Skyfall.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, Phil, you fucked it up.
I'd say that wasn't me this time.
Yeah.
I did mine earlier.
Skyfall's got to be higher, man.
Come on, bring it up.
It's too much like The Dark Knight Rises or The Dark Knight to be that high. We've talked about this before. There's a lot of similarities between The Dark Knight.
There's a
and-
few.
yeah.
Wait, I didn't,
Like the villain gets captured.
And he's laughing in the glass case.
yeah,
He escapes and he puts on the policeman uniform. There's a scene.
yeah, but
with-
that's all been done before. Though.
I know, but it's just there's a lot of parallels. And then even Sam Mendes said that he used Dark Knight as a jumping off block for
Yeah,
Skyfall.
Irrelevant. This is you can talk about it first.
Yeah, you're up. I already had my time with this movie.
I agree that the villain is fantastic in it.
Yeah.
I think it was interesting going back to his home.
Yeah.
how, I guess
Skyfall.
what would you
Yeah.
call? I don't know what you call it.
Home.
He's
Yeah.
going back to his own home. I do think it would have been so much better if they did get Sean Connery to play it.
That
Yeah,
would
yeah.
have been awesome.
The keeper
King Kane or
or whatever. Yeah, that would have been epic.
Yeah,
that
that
would-
would have pushed it maybe to number 1 for me.
That would have been like number 1 for next year also, and that would have been awesome. I liked it a lot. I think other than Quantum of Solace, I think Daniel Craig is a fantastic Bond.
Yep.
Which
He might be number 2 for me. Maybe.
I mean, I think Quantum of Solace was kind of on the writer's fault too.
yeah.
I'd say, and what I'll say with Quantum of Solace too, and like you said, on the writer's fault because there were no writers.
Right.
It was written during the writer's strike, so Daniel Craig and whoever directed it kind of had to like fill in writing portions of the script that weren't done. So
Plus, too, that wasn't a book. They went off on their own,
Yeah.
which was like a misstep, clearly.
yeah.
And so I think that was that was the whole issue there. But Casino Royale,
Yeah,
and
that
this
was
one
really good.
here is like I think he's just a great.
Cemented Daniel Craig. He's a great
yeah.
Bond.
I mean, I think Casino Royale, in my opinion, cemented him.
Yeah. You like Casino better, right?
I did a little bit more,
Yeah.
but I like this one very much.
Yeah.
So I mean, Sean Connery's in this Casino. I don't know. They would have
Yeah.
been duking it out, but I don't know. So that's why it's number 2 for
All
me.
right. For me, this is my favorite Bond movie I've ever seen. Really, I think about it. Just it's beautifully shot. You didn't mention that in your thing, but there's that one scene where it's their shadows against all the glass. Like how they pulled off the shadows on that and the lighting on that is just amazing. And then I also thought, like you said, villain is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't care if it rips off anything from The Dark Knight. It just flows together so perfectly as a movie. And then like the whole ending is just a huge just explosion and whatever and
I mean,
stuff. And Judi Dench is amazing in this too.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
a perfect
yeah,
send off
yeah,
for Judi
yeah.
Dench.
There's a couple things that I didn't care for though. The whole Q branch thing, the way they handled
Oh,
that.
I loved Q.
I did-
Except
I
that
did.
it's kind of stupid that he leaves it plugged in to their whole network for him to break in.
Yeah. I mean the Q branch thing, especially because they
There's no gadgets, right?
that didn't bother me so much is the fact that they had I don't remember the original Q's name, but when he died, they brought in this other guy who did it, who I can't think of his name either.
They had John Cleese do
I'd
it
say
once.
the Monty Python guy did it for
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah.
And so I don't understand why they got rid of him
Yeah.
because I liked him.
Yeah, and they kept Judi Dench too because she was in the same movie.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird they held over some people and then got rid of others. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
that's neither here nor there.
MI6
like-
goes under attack. Maybe the original Q died.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I liked Q though. But yep. So that's under
Yes.
yours too, Phil.
My 2 is
I got a date early.
Django Unchained.
Wow.
Yes.
High up there.
Mine is very high. I loved it. I love westerns, so this really spoke to me. I thought that probably the best actor in the movie, which is saying something, it was Samuel L. Jackson for his performance as Stephen, the conflicted Uncle Tom slave.
Yeah.
Like, I can't stop thinking about him, honestly. Like the self-loathing black man who puts himself above all the other slaves so he can, be in the good graces of the
You
master.
can't stop thinking about that
But,
black
like,
man.
I don't know. It's good. It's really good. And like just how how the movie ends with him and everything. It's just, I really liked it. I really
Yeah.
liked him.
Jamie Foxx was good in it.
Jamie
too.
Foxx was great. Christoph Waltz was great. Leonardo DiCaprio
Yeah.
was great. So that's no small praise that I thought he was the best when you had those three heavyweights.
See, I'm a little nervous going into it because I didn't particularly care for.
Inglorious.
Yes.
Oh. Well, this I think
Yeah.
has more action than Inglorious. I feel.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
More to keep you going.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, definitely more action. A lot more blood.
That's
Less
good.
subtitles too.
That's a nice.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, there's only like one scene with subtitles.
Yeah, when he's speaking
Yeah.
in German.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say that's really it.
Oh,
So
that's good. I can handle one scene.
Yeah, and it's pretty funny too. There's a lot of funny gags and
Is there?
stuff.
How was
yeah.
Leonardo in it?
He's
usually- good.
excellent.
He's usually
Good.
good.
I was expecting more from Leonardo though.
You were?
The trailers kind of point to him having more to do.
Yeah.
But he's really good in it. I just was expecting more of him just chewing people out and just being rich
hey,
and like
there's a scene where he cuts his hand open, which he did for real. It wasn't in the script, and he wipes his own blood on Kerry Washington's face.
Oh really?
Yes,
Wow.
that's immense. That's just insane.
Is
That's
that in
Really?
the movie?
yes,
Did she like freak out?
yes.
Did she freak out
The
in the
dinner
mo-
table scene.
Oh yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys didn't hear that? That's Phil
Yeah,
slapping his
that's
That's
hand.
Slap
me slapping my hand.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Danny. Computer crash. No,
Did I?
No.
Oh my god.
That's why I didn't want to slap the table,
you're right.
everyone.
I didn't even think about it.
So, all right.
All right. Number one.
Number one, I got Looper.
As number one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the shit out of that movie. Like like you said, the time travel hasn't been around in a long, done for a while.
Yeah.
I really
Done
enjoyed
well.
it. Done well, yeah. I really enjoy it. I'm a huge fan of Bruce Willis. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I found out though that he's kind of an asshole. to
Yeah,
work
I
with.
did too. It kind
Yeah.
of ruins it a little bit for me.
Yeah.
But he's
How
good
did
in
you
this,
find
though.
out?
Kevin Smith was
You-
talking about it.
I
Yeah.
read. I downloaded his audiobook.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He talks
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, because like he tweeted about it. I was like, I'll check that out.
Yeah.
And so I've been driving a lot. I got almost all the way done with it.
Oh,
And
really?
he was talking about working with Bruce Willis and how much of a douchebag he is. And so that kind of like makes me upset because I
Yeah.
really always liked Bruce Willis.
Never meet your heroes, right?
I guess so. Like I don't want to meet him. But I like the way it's done. I like how they use the blunderbuss too.
Oh yeah.
Because like I don't know that they bring. I like it. I just like the idea of it's an interesting idea. It's original,
yeah.
so that's why it's number one.
Yeah, it's excellent.
It's a good pick.
That's
I
a
like
good
that.
pick. I have no problems with that pick.
All right. Well, this probably wouldn't not coming as a huge surprise, but my number one movie of the year is The Avengers.
Oh, I didn't even put that on mine.
Yeah. Did you forget about that?
Yeah, I did
It's
actually.
gonna mess up your list.
Yeah,
That's your honorable mention, I guess.
yeah, I guess so. There it is.
I didn't want to. I probably should have. I thought you would have remembered that one though. But
No.
But this is just like, we've had all these other comic book movies, and from the moment like Iron Man 1 ends, that extra scene when Samuel Jackson mentions the Avengers Initiative, you're like, oh, are they gonna do it? And then they build up all these different characters, and they just come together so perfectly in this movie.
You're such a
This
nerd,
this
Danny.
is the ultimate comic book movie ever, so I had to pick this. It doesn't redefine movie making at all, but just the fact that it built together in this perfect thing, I have no problem with the movie at all. I thought it's beautifully written. The talk, the back and forth dialogue's amazing. The one problem I do have is Hawkeye is sort of underused throughout the movie because he's working for the bad guys, but it's sort of a callback to the original Hawkeye. When he first appeared, he was actually a villain. I think he's in a Hulk book or Daredevil, he was a villain, something like that. But like that was cool that they called back to that in that way. But then like Loki was just amazing. The Hulk just had so many great scenes. I mean, this is my favorite movie of the year, and I've seen it a couple times since it came out, and it's just amazing to me.
Director's cut Blu-ray.
Yeah, well, there's no director's cut yet, but the Blu-ray is awesome. I mean, I loved it.
All right, fair enough.
Yep.
All right, so my number one, also probably won't come to a surprise for anyone who listened to me on this podcast, is The Master.
All right. Yeah.
I say I have that
Yes.
in my disappointments.
Yeah, The
Okay.
Master is my number one, and it's only because I don't even know if I like this movie or not yet still, and I will gladly say that, but I have spent more time thinking about this movie since I've seen it than I have any other movie I've ever seen, probably, and that means something to me, because I watch a lot of movies, I think about movies
Yeah.
a lot, and I've spent a lot of time thinking about this movie, so
And the two main actors are really good.
they're
in it.
phenomenal. Like, Joaquin Phoenix should probably win Best Actor, I'd say. I heard he's not campaigning, and that doesn't mean a lot, so he probably won't win, but he should win.
Wait, you have to campaign for that shit?
Oh,
Well,
They
you
all
gotta
think-
you glad hand with the rich
Yeah.
people and go to parties and stuff.
Yeah.
Really? That's
Yeah,
stupid.
seriously,
like-
like that's what happens a lot. Like when these, like that's why Harvey Weinstein's films always win Best Picture, because even though they're not usually the best movie, he's really good at running an Oscar campaign.
And a big point to this is when he won for Shakespeare in Love over Saving Private Ryan
yeah, which is
for Best Picture.
like the most
so.
ridiculous thing ever.
You know, Shakespeare in Love, great movie, people. Just saying.
That's ridiculous.
He also doesn't like
I don't like the artist.
or Forrest Gump either.
And I hate Forrest Gump.
You hate Forrest Gump?
I hate
yeah,
Forrest
I
Gump.
like Forrest Gump. Good
Oh, I
movie.
think it's so overrated. And this is my argument
Overrated?
that I've always had with this.
Well, it
I'd
won
say-
Best Picture.
It won Best Picture over Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction changed the way that not only movies were made, but the indie circuit marketed and ran. Forrest Gump changed the way people say fucking Jenny for a couple months.
Jenny.
All right, get out of here with that stupid fucking movie.
Okay, but that's nice that The Master was picked. It's not my favorite, but hey,
Yeah.
it deserves mention at least.
Yeah, and I got it in my disappointed category.
Okay. so how do you want to do disappointments? Go through.
Well, I got two of
just-
mine. You guys know two of mine. I got
Okay.
Cabin in the Woods, The Master, and then Killing Him Softly. I have in there as well.
That was almost I only picked 3 for my disappointments, but yeah, Killing Him Softly was one of mine.
Oh, really?
Killing Him
it's
Softly is
not-
also one of my
It's not
disappointments.
the third one
Wow,
I picked,
really?
but
Yeah.
I was sort of put down by that movie. I still sort of can't understand if I like it or not, but I was definitely disappointed by it.
I like it, but I'm just disappointed by it. Like
Yeah.
I think it's good, but I expected more. I expected it to be great.
I mean, Danny, you
wasn't
gave it a
great.
5 and a 5.5.
Yeah, it's still a disappointment though. I
That's still
expected a
disappointment.
7, man. Yep. All right,
mean-
and then Cabin in the Woods. I think you've already talked about that.
Yeah. I pretty much got. And The Master, like I said, like I applauded for the acting and stuff like that. I mean, it was fantastic in the dialogue but it's just going into it based upon the previews. I thought it would be
Yeah.
different.
Or more of a point to it, or a discernible point.
Yeah, and so that's the only reason why I'm disappointed in it.
All right. So then my disappointments: Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. That
I
movie
expect
sucked.
I loved Wanted, and I'm like, all right, new movie from this guy, Abraham Lincoln fighting vampires. I heard this book's good. Hopefully this will be good, but I just thought it is just so boring. Everything just looks muddled and awful. The vampires look stupid. The action's awful. There's no the action when the movie fails on action so poorly as this movie. I just can't even watch it. It's just terrible. I liked the guy who played Lincoln. He was good, but he didn't have any good lines. It was just awful. It's a terrible movie. And then Brave, which isn't
Oh,
a terrible movie, but I mean Pixar, you expect so much.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm disappointed with it. It just has a few problems.
I heard
that-
a lot of people disappointed with Brave. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we expect too much from Pixar. I don't know.
We probably
We do.
They got a lot of big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
I'd say when you set a bar for yourself that high.
Yeah.
It'll hold you to it.
But and then my third one, which was probably a surprise to everyone, The Dark Knight Rises.
Really?
is a disappointment to me. I was probably expecting too much. I'll give him that. But I think the movie's really great up until after he breaks his back. Then it kind of falls apart, and it's got the whole nuke thing going on, and like the football field ground exploding. That's so unnecessary to me.
Yeah.
That's another problem that I had in The Hobbit. Like it had the scene with like the rock demons and stuff, the rock monster things. Like I just didn't buy it. It looked too fake, and that they're running on it. Like if they had them in the background fighting, that would have been fine. But
Yeah.
the fact that like they're on them and jumping,
Yeah,
I
see,
didn't really like that.
it just goes back to I think you should really maybe if you have a chance
See it in 3D.
It's I mean obviously I knew it was the rock monster I knew
Yeah.
it was CG, but like it doesn't look that bad. I mean it's
Well, my problem is not that it looks bad in that; it's just so unnecessary. Like
yeah,
there's
but
no
like a
point
lot
to
of
it.
time like the other wizard in the Hobbit there was like CG when he's like being
Oh, yeah.
on the
rabbits.
yeah.
yeah,
it
that
doesn't
looks bad.
It doesn't
to me.
look that doesn't look it
as
looks,
bad.
Yeah.
in 3D. All right.
Because like when I took down my glasses to read something, I'm like, oh, that's fake.
Yeah.
And I was like, just the fact that it's so much
Yeah.
harder, I guess, to tell the difference between them
Yeah.
in 3D.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Maybe it's just me. I was all the way. We had the back row for Lux, and I was fucking far away from the screen, so maybe that contributed too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm just gonna say it was 3D though.
Yeah. Hobbit's not on my top 10 list, but it's definitely on my top 20. Like,
Top 20?
I have problems with it, but I mean,
you saw
just
20 movies in 2012.
yeah. Oh, I saw way more than that.
You did?
Yeah, I've got
Uh-huh.
stubs to prove it, man. My
Got
list
the
back home is like
stubs.
30
Your
of movies
stubs.
and stuff.
Stubs. Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, back to The Dark Knight though. I like the movie up until the end. I feel they underused Talia. I don't like how they end Bane. Like Bane's such a force in most of the movie, and then like he just peters out at the end and gets killed by Anne Hathaway. So I didn't like that. But yeah, so that's why Dark Knight's a disappointment. I still liked it, but it's a
No,
disappointment.
I get you.
Yep.
So is that it for you?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so I got 5 actually.
Oh God.
We already went over 2 of them.
All right, that's
Softly
good.
and Dark Knight Rises, so I got 3 more.
Oh, so you had Kill Him Softly and Dark Knight Rises. You had Dark Knight Rises
do
too?
have Dark Knight
Wow,
Rises, too.
that's interesting.
Yeah, I'd say so David Cronenberg's Cosmopolis.
I didn't see that.
I was very disappointed in that. So it's about this really rich guy who takes a day-long journey across the city in his stretch limousine to get a haircut, but it's impeded because the president's in town, so he has to kind of get through traffic, and he kind of just goes on this odyssey.
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson is the guy, and it's very boring. I was very bored, and he just sits and he talks, and obviously Robert Pattinson's kind of bland,
Yeah.
so he just kind of like sits there and just like looks at you with like dead eyes and just talks and just like and it's that for 2 hours.
Yeah.
No thanks. Sorry, Cronenberg. I got Prometheus.
Okay.
Which I liked Prometheus. This is one of the ones I liked, but I was still disappointed in it, and I expected more. Kind of like Dark Knight Rises. I liked it, but I was disappointed. And then finally, this is a movie I fucking hated with every fiber of my being. Dark Shadows.
Oh,
That movie
was
sucked.
really bad.
I did not expect it to be half as bad as it was. That movie was awful.
I wasn't expecting a lot, so that's why I wasn't disappointed.
I
I just thought it was crap, but
I thought it'd be good. Maybe not great, but I thought it'd be good.
yeah,
It was awful.
yeah, that is an awful movie.
Yeah, it's really
That's my
bad.
sucker punch of the year.
Yeah.
Sucker Punch is an awful movie. That's my top 10 awful worst movies ever made. All right, but
All right, that's all I got.
that's a pretty good list. What are we on time, Kimmel?
We're at an hour, so.
Oh, perfect timing.
Yep.
So we'll have to do this again next year, right? You want to do this?
Yeah, definitely do it again next year.
Yeah, and hopefully you'll keep a better list. That way you can put the Avengers
Yeah, I'll
on
do
it.
a little better. I know. Oh, we don't even have movie scores for I know we did it, but I didn't keep
Yeah.
track of them then, which I thought I had most of it, but I'm surprised.
Well, this year we're going to be prepared.
Yes, we're prepared.
Yeah, and we'll talk about Zero Dark 30 when that goes wide.
Yeah, I can't
I'm
wait.
excited
I
for
can't
that.
wait for that. So,
Yeah.
actually, I was flicking through Netflix last night, and that SEAL Team 6 movie was on there. Did you guys end up seeing that?
No, I didn't
the
see
one
it.
Charlie liked, right?
Did he saw that? It's not because I was like, I don't know if I want to watch it, so I looked it up. I don't know. It's not even no critics reviewed that.
Oh, really?
Well, it's not on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, it's on there, but it doesn't have.
Yeah.
Doesn't show any.
Well, it
critic
has it
review.
down below if you scroll down.
Yeah.
But it didn't give you the group one.
Oh,
Hmm.
interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll look at it.
Yep. But yeah, that's 2012 for movies, people.
That's it. So if you liked it, you can check out more on youtube.com/addictpodcast.
You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/addictpodcast.
Don't check our Twitter because no one does anything.
At Addict Podcast.
Rate and review us on iTunes. Did you say
Yeah.
that?
No.
All right.
So say that. Oh, you can also email us addictpodcast@yahoo.com.
Yes, you could do that.
Do that, I guess. But share this podcast,
Yes,
especially this episode.
especially
This
Like
is a good
movies,
episode.
Everyone watch this.
everyone. All right. See you guys.